branding, quick, brief. This is going to be a little checklist. Make sure that there's no red flags that would tarnish your brand and or listing across the way. Let's get into lifestyle photos. Make sure that your model matches the customer base. For example, if you're selling to Americans, you want to have American models. If you're selling to American millennials who are of ethnicity of African American, then you would probably want to have African American millennial. Very simple things, but a lot of brands do get this wrong. For example, I see a lot of Chinese listings out there that have Chinese models. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. They're wonderful people, but we like people that are similar to us in our own tribe. I know that sounds bad, but that's just the way that it works. Like, we like people that look like us. So make sure you're matching your customer base. Objects in the photo should match the scene. And then don't use negative imagery at all. You definitely want to just have positivity and get them all to feel good and happy inside. And fear is good for clicks and news agencies, but not for selling physical products. Unless maybe you're selling end of the world, but you probably still would want to focus on your actual product and that person being happy at the end of the world that they bought your end of the world kit. Make sure that your color scheme is also consistent as well as your font. So I'll show you an example here. So this is a listing that has just a beautiful color scheme going on throughout the entire thing. The product matches the background there. This even lines up nice and beautiful there. Then what we're doing, just nice and simple, is one thing that I really like about this. They're not adding in anything extra that's not needed, and that's okay. I guess they've got this nice little thing. They have yoga playing on it to say, oh, you can do yoga with this kickstand. It's in here just showing yet again the color scheme, little bubble thing saying it lifts off the edge, which is important for the phone here. So I really like this photo because it's just so simple. And even the color of this wireless charger matches the rest of the color scheme here. And yeah, it's just a very simple, clean, nice listing. And then this is a nice transparent lifestyle image where they're essentially showing that you can squeeze it. And that's pretty neat. Yeah, overall, just a very good, simple branded product listing. Text, all the colors match. They have their brand name a couple of times. No negative images, no unnecessary things. Shows all the features and benefits pretty well. So the main thing is that you're not going to massively grow your brand on Amazon images. They're here to buy. Remember that. They're not here looking for you. Maybe they are looking for your brand name, but if you don't have an established brand, you're not trying to sell them on your brand. You're trying to sell them on this product and it looking like a nice brand. Okay. And then you eventually over time will build that brand. So that's the way that it's going to go. And if it's your first product, it's okay. Still have this uniformity of, color schemes and everything. So even if this is your first product, you should still do all the great aspects of branding because it might turn into a brand. And if not, it seems weird because we're used to seeing branded images on Amazon and we trust brands more. So you got to do this. It's just a given. Have positive, simple, clean, coherent images, text, and you'll do fine. As long as you did the right product research in the front half, you've got a differentiated product. Focus on your differentiation points, make it consistent, and you should do fine. One thing I forgot to say about branding is that icons. Be careful and conscious with your icons. Use them when it makes sense. If you use a random icon that doesn't make sense, going to be a negative experience. So you want to use icons when they make sense and resonate with the product and your customer base. Now this would be a very poor option of an icon. That's why I chose it. Don't do something that's going to make people cringe. And yeah, icons have actually been extremely powerful and definitely helped me with the Eclipse. They can really help get across the right points in a way that just text on the image won't. All right, you guys. So I hope that this was helpful. I am tired. I'm sorry if this one went on a little bit long. I plan on doing a future video in depth about branding. And we've got other videos on these other topics that we just talked about. But this was just kind of the overview. Make sure there's nothing negative. All right, I'm going to end this video. Thank you. Enjoy. On to the next one.